Hey guys, this is Brian from Nintendo Game Point Plus, and I'm talking about this today. Doesn't it look amazing? I think this. Yep, we officially saw the Sonic movie redesign. I. Talking about the redesign itself for a second, this just looks. This looks amazing. This looks amazing. It looks exactly what I want it to be. It's literally you just took the video game Sonic, you added the right amount of detail, the right amount of what works in the realistic setting. You fix some things. You make it looks so good. I love it. It yeah. It. I, this is a great redesign, and you know what? It gives me a little more hope for the movie as a whole. Seeing this new redesign along in the trailer that we saw today, seeing how it looks along with how seeing the redesigned Sonic acting with James Marsden and interacting in the environment and everything, hearing Ben Schwartz, the voice actor for him, talk. It looks really good. This great job. You redeemed this movie. I love this redesign. Why was it the redesign? Who decided to say this was the second option and the first thing we got, that's what we wanted? No. This is amazing and it annoys me. It annoys me how great this is, but we got the first one first. Because, oh god, this is. I am again. This design is awesome, but what happened? What happened? How do we go from hyper realistic hedgehog to this? Thankfully, we got to this, but God, no. I don't know what they were thinking with that first design. Because I guess this is also a time for me just to talk about my feelings of the Sonic movie as a whole. But to start with the design, y'all failed the first time. Y'all failed the first time. That first design was terrible. I'm sorry, that first design did not work. Because it was exactly what I hate in live action redesigns for characters. And that is, we're going to take a cartoon character that's clearly a cartoon anthropomorphic character that, granted, is a cartoon of something, but we're going to make it more realistic because it's in a live action setting. And all I'm have to say to that is, you literally don't have a reason for that. I didn't like it with Alvin and the Chipmunks when they did it. Okay, you know what? Let me say this with Alvin and Chipmunks. It makes sense to make them real chipmunks because they said they were real chipmunks. They just talked. Fine. But the Smurfs, you could have kept them cartoony as all get out. You did not have to make them look realistic. The freaking, what's a good example? What's another good example? I can't think of a good one because that's the only two examples I got right now. Because that's how much I don't like these. Garfield the cat. Garfield. You made him look real. You didn't have to. There's like a list of movies I could think of where they did this, and I'm just like, you didn't need to do it. You did for Sonic and that original design, they made him look more like a real hedgehog in terms of facial features, and then made him more proportioned because he has a anthropomorphic body type. But all I'm thinking is, just do this! Do this! You did this! Why did you do this second? This was second! And then it goes on to my thing of don't make it look real. You don't have to make this stuff look real. It doesn't need to look real. It just needs to look like it's there and it even... Now, okay, let me rephrase. You have to add the right detail. Think Detective Pikachu. Because I guess this is where I go for my second thing. I didn't like hyper-realistic Sonic because he looked way too real. He looked way too like you were trying to make him look real in the interactive world of the real life world, and I'm sitting here looking like, why does he look ugly? Because thing is, if you make it too real, you make it too ugly. It's a cartoon hedgehog. You didn't have to make him look like a real hedgehog. You just needed to add features that are in real life, and then everything would have made sense. Think of Detective Pikachu movie. All of those Pokemon, there's no real existing Pokemon out in the world, unfortunately. But they added the right amount of detail to the Pokemon because, you know what, they don't exist, but they got real stuff. They have real fur, they have real feathers, they have real scales, they have real gills, they have real things we see in the world. So let's take the designs of the Pokemon, let's make sure we put the right stuff on them, and they'll look, even though they're clearly cartoons, don't exist, they still look like in this movie you can find them out in the real world somewhere. And that was perfect, although that one Snorlax looked a little weird. I'm be real, the one Snorlax looked a little weird, but I got over that. This, if I want to be a little honest with you guys, this design here looks a tiny bit better than the Detective Pikachu, than the Pokemon designs. To me, it looks a little bit better, if only because it really does look like they pulled Sonic out of the cartoon, out of the games, and just plopped him in real life. This is what he looks like. This is what I wanted. That's kind of what I wanted from the Pokemon, but they kind of added a little too much detail in some cases with the Pokemon, in my opinion. But don't get me wrong, the Pokemon still look amazing. But this one feels a little more natural. Like they took a video game, they just went whoop, boop, there you, and they went, you're done. And that's what I like about this. And that's what's perfect. That's what's perfect about this design. They took the right stuff. They took Sonic. They just added a little detail like the fur. Like you see, there's fur here. You see, they got the right amount of fur. They got the quills. The eyes got the right thing. It doesn't have that weird singular pupil thing he had. It looks it looks great when you don't do this. When you don't pull that weird, we're gonna make everything super mega realistic looking. Oh snap! I tilted my screen tilted. Oh well, that's okay. But this is fine. This is fine. I don't know what they did with. I don't know what they did with the first one. But okay, enough about Sonic's redesign. That looks amazing. Let's talk about the movie itself. Uh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this movie. I don't know about this. I don't know about this movie. It looks okay because Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik from the games, he's okay. He's a little insane, but you know what? I love Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. He's funny. That's a funny dude, and I think he works for this role. Out of all characters, he definitely works for this role. Um, I think Sonic interacting with the cop character, that's kind of interesting. I love Sonic's movement, how fast he goes throughout everything. I love his interaction with the robots, and I love how he's acting along with Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. Even like in the first trailer, ignoring the ugly, his interactions with Dr. Robotnik were funny, and I'm intrigued to see this movie. I need to see more of it. I need to see a little more. Honestly, now that we've seen this beautiful thing, I want to see that first trailer with this thing in it. And I want to see how that is. And in terms of that, I think the movie's going to look good. But I still have one underlying question that I feel needs to be answered. What in God's name is Tika Sumpter doing in this movie? Seriously, what is she doing in this movie? What is she doing? What does she do? What role is she? Because right now I keep seeing her in these trailers and she said nothing. And she's done nothing. And I'm a little like, I need to see something. And also, Tika Sumpter, why are you in this movie? Just as a personal question. I mean, don't get me wrong. If she's a fan of these games, you see, this to me says Tika Sumpter plays this. She plays Sonic on down low. She don't just play Candy Crush and Just Dance when she at home. She sits down, she gets her Xbox One or Switch or some with Sonic Mania on it and sits down, plays a couple levels and replays the levels too. She got this. To me this says she got some consoles. She playing this. So I hope that's the truth. Oh gosh, but yeah. I love this redesign. I'm annoyed that this was the second option. And this is, I guess, is just a PSA to other movies. You do not, to other future movies, of cartoons becoming live action, do this. Take the cartoon, pull it out, put in real life, just add a couple details. Like the details you need to add. You don't need everything, just the right details. And then you get this. And it'll be fine. You do not have to think, "Oh, wait a minute, they are a turtle. Let's make sure they look exactly like a turtle." No. You don't need to do that. Just do it, little detail, you're done. That's it. And this did that perfectly, design wise. Film wise, I'm a bit worried. But you know what? I think we got something going here. We're in the right direction. Let's not veer off the track and into the pond with Super Mario Bros. Movie, Assassin's Creed, and I can't think, and Resident Evil, I guess. I don't know. Resident Evil's okay. I was, yeah, I don't know. I think put your own video game movie. Fill in the joke. There you go. Fill in the blank for that joke. Which leads me to the end. Thank you guys for watching. What do you think of this? Are you amazed by this? Are you annoyed by what we got first? I am. Oh god, but I'm liking what we've seen so far. Also, fill in the blank. What video game movie do you think goes if this movie fails, what other movies is it's going to join? I have a feeling everyone's just going to say all of them, which to be fair, there are very few who can. Thank you guys for watching. If you like me for some strange reason, I'm not going to dispute. Leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to see more interesting content from me, go to ntgamepoint.weebly.com where I have more fun gaming Nintendo content there, and in comic form too, because I just recently made a little entry talking about masked characters. I don't have a mask on me right now because that's not something I wear just naturally. I'm not funny. So don't watch. Do watch me. Please subscribe. Love you guys. Catch you guys next time. See ya.